And now, on with the show.
Welcome to 4 Movies, where I will be discussing 4 movies that have something in common. But what they have in common is known to me, but not you. Or if it is, say it before the end of the video, because at the end of the video, I will say it. And if I say it before you say it, then nobody's going to believe that you knew, so just saying. It's not super hard. But let's get into these 4 movies. First movie. Accepted. Accepted, of course, is a fun film about a kid. Jonah Hill's in there, and there's a girl. I don't know what the girl's name is. Is it? No? Yeah? Maybe it's just Jonah Hill screams like a girl. No? Well, yeah, but anyways, Louis Black's in here also, and basically this kid basically gets rejected from college, and then he's just like, let's just make our own college. And so he makes a fake college, but it ends up being that they accidentally make the website actually work, and so there's a lot of people there, and he's like, I think we're going to actually have to make this college. And they have to basically do that, and it does poke a good poke at colleges nowadays, where it's just like one of those things where it's only for special elite people and blah 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 blah. It's like, is there really that much of training in there? Where it's like, I mean, for certain things, yeah, but for other things, really. And so it's, and just the way the crazy exclusivity of, I hope that's a word, of colleges these days, and just how it's done. And then, of course, super funny comedy, the South Harmon Institute of Technology, with their sandwich logos, their sandwich mascots. Movie number 2. Woohoo! Boom! Waiting, starring Ryan Reynolds and Anna Faris. Yeah, Anna Faris is in it? Yeah, Anna Faris is in it. And Chai, the wise dishwasher. Can't think of the last name. So, anyways, and whoever the world that lady is that screams at him, like, how about you? What? This is a movie that like hit home for me because of the fact that I was a waiter for 6 months, and I was a busboy for 3 years. It's like I wasn't that bad busboy, but I was a busboy nonetheless. And yeah, had fun. Like I remember me and my buddies were all waiters at one point, so it's like we lived that life. I've not seen the sequel. It's like, I don't know if I want to see the sequel, but this movie itself, great, well done. One of those movies where it's one day in this character's life, and introduced to the new place, and you see all these different things and stuff like that, where it's like, oh, what do we do here? And oh yeah, this is what's going on here. It's like, I think I've met the coolest guy ever. He like sees this old guy, and he's like, I fake old-timers, so I don't really have to mess with people, and now I feel as if I'm getting old-timers, and I'm just messing with people. And anyway, the movie's super fun. If you haven't seen it, definitely give it a look-see. There's also a rule in there that's pretty straightforward, where it's, don't mess with people that serve your food. And like I said, being in that industry, understand that. Like, I don't think the generation like today that understands like intentionally making somebody's stuff wrong because they're a douche. Because they're a jerk, so you intentionally make it wrong. Like, I knew people when I was at a restaurant where, like, if the table was being mean at them and they needed more tea, like, she would lick their spoon and put it in there. There was one guy who did Clear Eyes. I mean, we had people run up and just give them like their crappy tip and go, you obviously need it more than I do. That's actually happened. We had employees come to work, and then it's like the restaurant's like right off the freeway. Somebody came off the freeway, smashed into a whole bunch of cars. He had this old like vintage car. Bam! Rust just fell down off it because it's like they knocked it so hard that like all the metal jeepers. And that was a great time. And then you have people come up on their off day and just hang out at the bar or whatever in the world, and it was an interesting lifestyle. Now I'm working overnights, so it's like in working that job, it was like you would go, okay, well, most of the restaurants close at like 10, so you still have lots of stuff to do. It's like, hey, what are you doing after work? Oh, we're all going over to blah blah's house. Okay, cool. We're gonna have fireworks. Then you live in an apartment. It's okay. It's cool. Okay, well, whatever. I'll be over there. And so you'd have things to do after work, and you come to these night owls and whatnot, and that's super fun. And then, like my first job was as a busboy, and we had trays, and we had to clear the tables with all these trays. Like, and then I got the next job at like an actual like professional place, and it was like, we use bus tubs. And what the hell? What's a bus tub? It's like, it's just this tub. You put all the stuff from the table on there, and you wipe it down. Like, this is super easy, yeah. And it was like when the waiters were getting busy, you'd have time off. The waiters be getting busy. That's because the tables are set. Blah blah blah. They're taking care of those tables. You're just waiting for tables to leave so you can clean them. Clean up your messes and stuff like that. Like I said, fun job. Didn't pay that well, but fun starting out stuff. I remember we'd all have to iron our shirts and stuff like that before we went into work, when I was a waiter and stuff like that. Yeah, well, so anyways, I have got way off track. You get those ADD moments, they hit hard. Next movie, Galaxy Quest, a satire of the sci-fi. One of the reasons that we got some of the best spoof movies is because the spoof movies were enough to become their own thing. Spaceballs, Galaxy Quest, one of the things like this became its own thing. It wasn't a thing of like, oh yeah, people that actually like that stuff don't like it, because it had heart to it. It's like a Farley Brothers movie where the reason it's successful is because underlining it has heart to it. It's really made for a fan by a fan, and it becomes its own thing, and that's what this movie is its literal own thing. So it's super fun watch. If you like Star Trek or Star Wars, I guess, it's one of those fun movies and well played. Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Sam Rockwell, so many people in here. Phenomenal movie. Well worth a watch. Tony Shalhoub in there is just hysterical. It's just, oh yeah. It's like they come to a mine and they see these little things walking around the mine. It's like, I think those are the miners. It's like, yeah, they look like 12. It's like, no. Anyways, this movie is not made to be scary, but seems to be getting scary the more the world goes in that direction. Idiocracy. Such a great movie. Like I said, it's like this weird thing of like not production hell, but like the other, like release hell, where it's like one of those things where it's like it was a hard find for a while, and I'm glad I got to see it. I'm a Mike Judd fan. Anything Mike Judd makes, I'm usually down with. If you didn't know, he played the voice of Kenny in the South Park movie. And like I said, created Beavis and Butthead, which had perhaps one of the best spin-offs ever with Daria, and King of the Hill, for goodness sake. So yeah, no, enjoy Mike Judd stuff. This movie is phenomenal. Basically, this guy who average intelligence gets in this time capsule, but in the future, everything just keeps on getting dumber and dumber and dumber, to the point where this average person ends up being the smartest person on the earth when he gets out of this time capsule, and the world's just so different that he's got to adjust to it and stuff like that. Great jokes in there, so much. Terry Crews in there with the whole thing, and then the intelligence test he has to take, where like, if there's a bucket that holds 4 gallons and there's another bucket that holds 3 gallons, how many buckets do you have? He's like, 2. He's like, you're the smartest man alive. Anyways, thanks so much for listening. Even me rambling on about my first job and whatnot. Do you know the similarities between these movies? Might as well have you phoned a friend if you need that, or doing the thing where it like chops off 2 of them. I can't really do that one. But is that your final answer? Because I'm about to say it in 1, 2, 3. All these movies, Accepted, Waiting, Idiocracy, Galaxy Quest, all have Justin Long in them. Matter of factoids, Galaxy Quest is Justin Long's first movie. So always fun to see Justin Long and stuff. I'm going to be doing a movie a day till I get a silver play button or a gold play button if I'm lucky. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe if you want to see more of this. Tell a friend, get them to like and subscribe too if y'all like movies and whatnot. Or enjoy watching this and trying to figure out what in the world these movies have in common. Because, like I said, pretty early in the proceedings, before I got to episode 5, I think I kind of messed it up where it was there was nothing in common with them. And that's one of the reasons that it's called 4 movies. Because eventually, down the line, when I get into the other books, I think it's I think there's another book. Eventually, they aren't going to have anything in common. So, for right now, they do have stuff in common. They're all put together, and I'll figure out the rest of that stuff later. Thank you so much for watching, and tune in tomorrow.